Hey, it's me. Today, I'm going to be doing another episode of my beloved series, Squishy Makeovers, the classic, the one that we wait for. I just posted an unboxing video pretty recently, which means we got a fresh batch of makeover candidates. Good thing, because I was getting really low.
I was running out.
So you guys made your requests known from the squishies that I opened in that video. Which ones you really wanted me to give a makeover to today? Let's get started with this. Wow, that was a shockingly short intro. All right, so hi, here's my hand. Flashback to my old hand intros. Aww. After reading through the comments on my last unboxing video, it was very clear that the most popular request was this football-headed stacked cats squishy. I had never seen this squishy in my life, which is saying a lot. But immediately after opening this one, I ended up opening the same exact squishy literally in the very next package. What are the odds of that? It seems like it's fate. So of course, the people want me to fix and paint both of these squishies and turn them into some sort of set. A set of sets. Twin sets. So I must find a way to make them communicate with each other, not verbally, but visually or something. I don't know. I'm confusing them. I don't know what I was trying to point out there. They all have butts. Now that we've established that, let's do some squishy roasting. So these do have the same design, but they also have their differences. This one is really soft.
Mushy soft.
While this one is rock hard. Okay, not rock hard. Rocks don't do that. But it's pretty stiff. They also have their different ailments. This one has a neck tear, seam rippage, missing foot, and a gouge in the belly. I'm a little bit worried about leaking organs. This is not what an innie is supposed to be like. Hi. This one just has a missing ear. As far as the design of these, it's just an all pink background with random splotches of purple and yellow. What's with the banana on your cheek? The arms have this weird double layered fur. It kind of looks like they've got two sets of paws. Also, this little tuft of chest hair. I don't think that that's helping anybody. The faces are slightly soulless. Maybe they have half of their souls. I decided I wanted to do something bold. I'm going to combine them into one giant squishy. A massive tower of cats.
Ooh.
Before that can happen though, I really need to work on getting these in better shape. Step 1, sand them down a little bit so that the surface of the foam can properly hold on to the paint. They didn't like this too much. Oh, stop whining. Don't tell me this is the most traumatic thing you've ever been through. You've got a missing foot and exposed organs. All right, all cats are sanded. But look, they love each other. No, stop. Let's focus on you two first. This might hurt. So about the weird tufts of fur, I'm gonna just chop all of that off and I'm gonna try to smooth out these little arms. Of course, I'm never gonna get it completely smooth, but I'd really rather have a slightly rough surface than have to stare at those weird fur tufts. I can't unsee the double layered paws. Okay, ooh, they're gone. Back to a four-legged cat. Get rid of all that debris. And now for Operation Ear Reconstruction. I'm grabbing some plain old memory foam, which is similar in texture to a squishy, and I'm gonna use that to build a new ear. Cutting off little pieces, how's that? And then just shaping that down with scissors, making millions, well, not millions, probably thousands. More realistically, it's probably only hundreds. Okay, I need to get to the point. Hundreds of tiny little cuts, and every once in a while just holding it up, trying it on. Hello? So we go back and work on it again, until finally we have a decent looking ear. Can you hear me now? I think she's just stupid. Can't fix that. Got out my Fabric Fusion glue, and I'm gonna apply some of that and stick the new ear on there. Secure it with a rubber band while the glue dries, and switching squishies. Once again, I'm going to cut off that furry mess that's all over your arms, looking like a woolly mammoth. Also trimming up some of these messy looking seams while I'm at it, and about that foot, or the lack of foot. Here I go trying to reconstruct that. I swear these squishies were just an endless battle of ripping things off and sticking other things on. I was getting a little bit fatigued here, and shaping foam is not my favorite thing to do. So I'll be honest, I didn't do that great of a job on that foot. Maybe nobody will notice. And look at that, we're gonna plug up your open wound there, rubber band those on to dry, and now they're all back together after their various operations. Let's see how we've all recovered. You got a little lint in your belly button. There we go. Everyone's groomed, shaved, got all their body parts. Let's make a cat tower. I'm just gonna rip off the top layer of the foam on the butt of this cat and the head of this one, just enough to expose the roughness of the foam underneath. This is just because fabric glue works a little bit better when it's got more to soak into and grip onto. I'm squeezing all of them into a rubber band to let that dry. I was trying to position them in a way where they could stand up on their own. Clearly that's not happening. Oh well. A few hours later and they're stuck together nicely. You know what it needs? This. This is a small, very awkward looking ice cream cone, and it's one of those that has a face on both sides. Why do they do that? It's also quite dirty and stained. I'm gonna give it a very honorable position at the very top, so I am gonna ditch the cone. And this cherry on here is so awkwardly small. Looks like a little pimple. You know how I like big fat cherries, so I'm actually just gonna cut that off. And look at that beautiful little surprise. Does that not look beautiful? It's gorgeous. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it and keep it forever.
I'm going crazy.
So now this blue area, it's gonna be the new cherry. The ice cream scoop itself is going to be the whipped cream because the cat is actually going to be the new ice cream. Oh, whoa. This is an ice cream cone tower of cats, but we still have some work left to do. And let's take a quick break from that because today's video is sponsored by Honey. So I've been doing the majority of my shopping online for
A long time.
It's just so much easier. It just makes sense. Convenience. Yes, we love it. But before I started using Honey, the dark days before Honey, I used to do that thing where you hunt around for coupon codes and half the time they're expired and it's super frustrating. That's where Honey comes in. Honey is a free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and automatically tests them at checkout. It's basically like a life hack that makes online shopping a whole lot easier. Here's how it works. You download Honey. It's free and only takes 2 clicks. Then, while you're checking out on one of 30,000 supported sites, Honey pops up, always there, always prompt, and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait just a moment, and if Honey finds a coupon that works, bam! Savings just like that. You will be shocked at how much you can save. I have saved so much money buying all my craft supplies online using Honey. It's crazy. Get Honey for free by going to joinhoney.com/Mariah. That's joinhoney.com/Mariah. And thanks to Honey for sponsoring this video. Okay, we can go back now. So I'm taking some slick paint and I'm just going to smother this squishy, filling all the seams, rips, gaps, holes, and covering over those little areas of memory foam so that it blends in better with the squishy. This is where things get really ugly, but it's necessary for really sealing all those parts together and creating a cleaner look in the end. Once that dries, time to start cleaning things up. So I'm applying some white matte fabric paint to work as the base coat for my creation. I don't know if the scale is really coming across, but this is a big squishy, much larger than the typical squishy project of mine. Usually the base coat is just whip, 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 whip. But this took freaking forever just to paint this thing in one solid color. Also, I used like 2 containers of white paint on this, which reminds me, I need to get more white paint. So we have the white base coat finally finished, and now we're getting to the good stuff. Yes, I'm excited. I'm going for it. So my idea here is that this tower of cats is a giant ice cream cone, which means each one of the cats is a different scoop of ice cream. Oops, you didn't notice that change in background color, did you?
Nope. Nope.
They're all scoops of ice cream, except for this cat on the very bottom, because he is, of course, the ice cream cone. Cone! I thought I was done with that, then I realized I missed his whole ear. From the front, it looks like his ear is the foot of the cat on top, but no, it can't be, because the foot is back here. Well, whatever. We are moving on to the next cat. This one is going to be a scoop of mint chocolate chip. Let's see, is there a cat pun there? Mint chocolate cat. Mint chalk cat. Mint chip. Okay, not really. It's a mint chocolate chip cat. I'm just focusing on the background color for now, getting that squared away, and then we'll come back for the details. Moving right along, this one is going to be 3 flavors in one, otherwise known as Neapolitan. Oof, that foot is still looking a little iffy. Don't look at it. Originally, I was actually going to do 1 strawberry cat scoop, 1 vanilla cat, 1 chocolate cat, but I decided that was going to look a little too plain, so I changed it to cramming all of those flavors onto one of the cats and then choosing other flavors for the other 2.
I am extra. Always. And forever.
All right, another one looking good. And for the very top scoop, I'm gonna paint this one in pure white because I'm gonna make this the cookies and cream cat, which reminds me of my very old Squishies. I used to do cookies and cream, this and that. Oh, microphone just attacked me. Hello? Are you there? I used to do cookies and cream all the time, but then, I don't know, I just stopped for some reason.
It's been too long.
Speaking of old Squishies, this isn't the first time I've done ice cream cats. Remember these? Those were simpler times. Okay, and let's travel back to the bottom. So I've sketched on some crisscross waffle cone lines, and I'm just following those. This gets very tricky and wonky. Ugh, the moment I chose this idea, I was dreading this part of the painting because it just gets weird crossing lines like this on such an irregular shape. So I tried my best on this. Is it even? No. Is it good? No. But it looks ice cream cone-ish. Learn to love imperfection. Next, I'm gonna start working on the face. Sketching that out first, and then I'm just gonna place all the little pink details everywhere. For the expression, I went for a very worried look. He looks like he's just got the weight of the world on his shoulders, because he does have the weight of 3 cats on his head. Next, I decided to give this one kind of a goofy looking face. I don't know, her head was kind of tilted. She's not carrying as much weight as the bottom cat, but she's still carrying a lot of weight here, and she's squished, okay? Maybe some brain cells are dying. I don't know. She's never been too bright though, remember. Finally, adding in those chocolate chips as well to finish this off, because it's not mint chocolate chip without the chocolate chip. Oh, it's looking so cute. Okay, now up to the Neapolitan cat, and this one's just kind of dopey. You know, he should really be doing fine. He should be thriving up here, but he's just existing. A little bit lacking in the personality department. What the heck? I just flung a huge chunk of paint right there and somehow didn't notice until then. Yeah, clean that up. Well, now I gotta fix that. All right, back to finishing up the face. This cat just may be my favorite of the bunch. He doesn't really have a lot to say. He's just so adorable. And the very top cat. I haven't been adding any blush to the other cats, but I did add some pink cheeks to this one because the bright white on the face can be a little jarring. So I want to give her some pink cheeks, you know, put a little warmth in that face so she doesn't look like a killer. And of course, she is nothing but happy. Okay, she gets to sit on top of everyone. No one's butt is on her head. No one's killing her brain cells. She's got no worries at all. And at last, adding the cookies to the cream. It looks like a little cat Dalmatian. I like it. And we have reached the very tippy top. Let me not say tippy. We've reached the top. Because I've spent so long on this already, I had a smaller amount of patience left maybe than normal, so I kind of just painted this all at once. If I were being more careful about it, I would have waited for each color to dry before adding another one, but blah, blah, blah. I can't. So I just threw on the cherry, the hot fudge, the whipped cream, all kind of at the same time. And then, of course, this definitely needs some sprinkles. Whoop. I hate when there are interruptions. I was jamming to that. Alright, and it's finished! Here's the very awkward way of showing the before and after. It was hard to show the entire thing in one frame, but boy, I feel like they are so much more interesting and full of personality than the originals. I think this turned out great. Also, don't be fooled. No, it doesn't stand on its own. It's just leaning up against the background. It's still very wobbly and can't quite find its balance. I am still in love with this squishy. It was totally worth all the work I put into it. Each one of the cats are unique, but I find them all very cute in their own ways. The happy little sweetie, Dalmatian, kitty, cookies and cream, derpy little dummy, slightly brain dead, but in a charming way. And you know who would love you? Eustace! This is totally your match. Uh-oh, how's Shelly gonna feel? And then of course at the very bottom, this poor little aching soul. His misery is so cute. I just want to give him a hug. It's a whole roller coaster of emotions. I love it so much. I hope you guys like this as well and are satisfied with what I did. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!